Welcome to today's episode. In a universe full of possibilities, two shining stars came together. Dakota Johnson, an actress whose versatile performances captivate hearts, and Chris Martin, the soulful frontman of Coldplay, whose voice weaves magic into the air. Their romance felt like a beautiful dream, capturing the hearts of many. The pair were first linked romantically in 2017 when they were spotted having dinner at a sushi restaurant in Los Angeles, enjoying a night out, just two of them. Witnesses described them as cozy, laughing, and affectionate, and shared more about the faithful sushi date with Us Weekly. Chris and Dakota walked in together and sat at a table for two tucked away in the corner. They seemed very happy to see each other and immediately jumped into conversation. She was catching him up on work and her upcoming projects, telling him where she would be and asking for his thoughts. They both seemed to really respect each other's opinions. Chris was very charming and personable. His face lit up when he was talking to her. He hummed a little and asked her what she thought of a song. She clearly loves his music and was really into it. They were flirty and laughing throughout the meal. He paid for dinner and held the door for her, and they both thanked the chefs on the way out. In 2018, as further proof of the pair's bond, they seemingly got matching infinity sign tattoos with two X's on their arms. She later broke her silence in a cover story for Tatler about her musician love. "I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm very happy," she said. She also shared that she was a big fan of watching Chris perform. "I could watch him every day. I don't know how to explain it. I'm watching my most favorite being do his most favorite thing." However, in 2019, rumors of a breakup surfaced after 18 months of dating. Although they appeared easygoing and happy together, they were far apart when it came to starting a family. Chris expressed a desire to have more kids as soon as possible, while Dakota's career had really taken off, and that was the last thing she wanted to think about at that time. It got to the point where a light seemed to flick on in both their heads, and they realized they were pulling in completely opposite directions. So they decided to call it a day. But their story didn't end there. They quickly got back together and sparked engagement speculations when Dakota was spotted wearing a massive emerald ring on her left ring finger. A source confirmed that the ring was an engagement ring. The singer dedicated a song to Dakota, calling her his universe. It was also reported that the pair had officially moved into a spacious $15.5 million Malibu home, though they were in no rush to get married at that time. Dakota expressed that she loves touring with Chris whenever she's not working. In return, Chris showed his support by visiting her on the set of her film. In a cover story with Elle, she elaborated on their home life, noting that while they do go out occasionally, their busy schedules make staying in together feel cozy and private. She also mentioned that most of their socializing happens at home. While Dakota has never been married, Chris was previously wed to Gwyneth Paltrow for 11 years, with two children, Apple and Moses. They famously announced their conscious uncoupling in 2014, finalizing their divorce in 2016. Gwyneth said they remain close despite not being romantically involved, describing Chris as like a brother to her. She went on to marry TV producer Brad Falchuk. Since their breakup, Chris and Gwyneth have continued to amicably co-parent their children, and along the way, Dakota has been extremely involved. It seems that the conscious uncoupling approach has worked well for their blended family. In November 2018, Dakota spent Thanksgiving with her boyfriend Chris, Chris's ex-wife Gwyneth, Gwyneth's new husband Brad, and their children. As Chris and Dakota's relationship blossomed, she got close to his two kids, even vacationing with them a lot. They might not be technically married, but since they have been together for a long time, Dakota was the de facto stepmom to his children with his ex-wife. and she seemed to love it. In an interview, Dakota casually referred to Moses as my stepson. And when asked how she likes being a stepmom, she responded, I love those kids like my life depends on it. With all my heart. It was clear that she had fully embraced her role as a stepmom figure to Chris's children. Dakota also shared that she grew up in a large family, emphasizing that a chosen family can be equally as important, if not more. She explained, I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters, and my 2 sisters are not blood related to each other, but they are sisters and they call each other sisters, and they are always together. And my 2 older brothers are not blood related to each other, and they are brothers. In 2019, Gwyneth wished Dakota a happy birthday on social media by sharing a black and white photo of Dakota with her pet dog. She captioned the celebratory Instagram post, Happy 30th birthday to this absolute gem. Gwyneth also opened up about her ex-husband's relationship with Dakota in a 2020 interview, describing how the actress had become part of her family. She said, I love her. I can see how it would seem weird because it's sort of unconventional. But I think, in this case, just having passed through it iteratively, I just adore her. In response to an Instagram Q&A, where she was asked to post a photo with Dakota, Gwyneth shared a picture of them holding hands during a seemingly chilly walk, smiling while standing in the middle of a road. They were a total modern family, modeling a new way to blend families. However, breakup rumors bubbled up again in 2024. Sandra Glenn, a fan of Coldplay from Luton, was due to attend Big Weekend, a British music festival run by BBC Radio 1. She struggled to make her way to the accessibility box office due to osteoporosis. In a heartwarming moment, Chris gave Sandra a lift to the festival, and she shared a selfie with him on X, formerly Twitter. In her post, Sandra shocked fans by declaring that Chris told her he was single. This sparked more speculations about their relationship status. A representative for Dakota quickly shut down the claims, stating that the pair were happily together. Around the same time, a source revealed, sure, they've had issues and taken breaks in the past, but things are great now. They both love their careers. They are balancing things the best they can. Dakota also flaunted her massive emerald engagement ring, further dispelling rumors of a split. An insider said that the two had actually been engaged for 6 years. But after nearly 8 years of an on and off relationship, they have reportedly ended things for good. Sources have confirmed the split, with one stating, it feels final this time. The split between them didn't come as a shock. An insider revealed to the Daily Mail that the couple had been facing the same issues for quite some time. They noted that their relationship had actually been over a while ago, but they hadn't figured out how to make it official. Dakota says she wants to live her life very intentionally and doesn't want to have any regrets. She loves her creative projects and is excited about her career, but she believes there is more to life than work. She wants a meaningful life on all levels. She grew tired of Chris dragging his feet on setting a wedding date. The couple had been engaged for 6 years, and Dakota was ready to walk down the aisle. Chris wasn't, which ultimately strained the relationship. It's also said that they broke up over Chris not wanting to have more kids. They really tried to work through their issues, but the age gap, Dakota at 35 and Chris at 48, often posed a challenge. Dakota expressed that she may want children in the future, while Chris felt he was done with that part of his life. They discussed these issues back and forth for years. Dakota touched on how she feels about becoming a mother herself one day. I'm so open to that, she said. I've gotten to this place where I really want to experience everything that life has to offer. And especially being a woman, I'm like, what a magical f***ing thing to do. What a crazy, magical, wild experience. If that's meant to happen for me, I'm totally down for it. I've been really tripping out recently. Like, we are not here for very long. There's so much to eat up and learn and grow from, and experience and feel. That includes all the pain and the suffering and feeling so helpless about the world. Most days, I feel like the most useless piece of shit. I'm sitting in this dumbass chair, talking about this dumbass movie, and there are people in excruciating catastrophes. And what can I do? I do have that incredible friction in myself. And then I'm like, we are not here for very long. So if I'm meant to be a mother, bring it on. Breakups aren't instant, and they continued to break up and make up. Sometimes things worked when they were apart, as absence makes the heart grow fonder. However, when they got back together, little issues kept adding up, leading to the realization that they weren't right for each other anymore. An insider said, Dakota has been desperate for her and Chris to work out for years, and every time they broke up, she was devastated and in tears. Even some of Dakota's team had to console her when they were apart. She could never move on. Dakota held a flame for them to be together because she loves him so much and cares deeply for his kids. And he deeply loves her, but things were just never lining up for them, and it was very up and down. Dakota is devastated that she won't be around his kids as much, but she wants them to know that she is always there for them. The couple were photographed together as recently as May this year when they stepped out in Malibu. Before that, in January, the pair held hands in India, where Chris was touring with his band. According to a source who knows the actress, Dakota is doing well after she split from Chris, as the split wasn't exactly a shock. During a recent Coldplay concert, Chris visibly became emotional and shed tears while singing Sparks, seemingly triggered by the recent breakup. He also surprised fans by giving a shout-out to Dakota's upcoming film, Materialists, during another concert. At the end of the show, he told the audience, "Thank you so much, everybody. Be kind to yourself, be kind to each other. Don't forget to see Materialists. We love you." While the person who shot the video seemed to interpret the promotion as evidence that they are not broken up, others disagreed, believing it showed Chris's support for Dakota even after their split. It's possible to be supportive of an ex after a breakup, as seen in his successful relationship with ex-wife Gwyneth. It seems that Chris isn't the only one staying on good terms with Dakota after their split. Chris's ex-wife, Gwyneth, plans to remain close to Dakota as they have developed a strong friendship over the years. There is a genuine mutual respect between Gwyneth and Dakota, and they have a lot in common. Both have grown up in the spotlight, been in the industry for years, and relate to each other's experiences. Gwyneth intends to maintain that bond. Dakota is not only friendly with Chris's ex-wife, but also with his ex-girlfriend, Jennifer Lawrence. Did you know Jennifer and Chris dated before? He was briefly linked to the actress. They reportedly first romantically connected in the summer of 2014 amid Chris's separation from Gwyneth. They split for the first time 3 months after they were linked together, but they got back together soon after. However, they broke up for good in August 2015. Sources said that he's crazy about Jen and didn't really want the relationship to end, but wants to keep his own schedule and be able to do what he wants when he wants to do it. He needed flexibility to see his family as much as possible around his work commitments. Jennifer had been pretty understanding about sharing Chris with his family, partly because she was busy herself, but she still wanted to see more of him. Allegedly, she grew tired of the soon-to-be divorced dad being so non-committal. Interesting that Dakota was photographed on a friend date with Jennifer in New York City recently, before the split report came out. Dakota also supported Jennifer at the 2025 Cannes Film Festival. The actresses were photographed hugging and laughing together at the after-party for Jennifer's movie Die My Love following its buzzy premiere at the festival. They've been friends for a few years, but it's true that this year they've been spotted together more often. There's likely a lot to talk about between two of them. Sadly, this love story seems to be over. Or is it? Do you think there's a chance for Dakota and Chris to reconcile? It could be that this time apart is just what they need to figure things out for a future together. What do you think? Will they find their way back to each other? Or is this the final chapter for good? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you next time. Bye! Though they were in no rush.